What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
안녕, 로입니다.
I'm Keith.
I'm Jarek. My bad, Kurt.
No, you're good. And I'm Curtis.
You know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. BTS. Yet to come. This shit is live, baby. We stayed up for this,
now.
man.
Like right now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, like right now.
Shit.
Let's
Oh,
go.
look, it
Right
says
here.
36 seconds.
Yeah, no, 36 seconds. We waiting to get into this, y'all. Let's full screen this.
Y'all gonna react.
Notice our first live comeback, like being up and shit,
snap.
and being able to.
This is surreal.
If you're not following us, you need to be following us.
I'm
Subscribe and hit
nervous.
the like button for notifications. Also, jump on the Patreon because as soon as the dance practice come out for this, we snapping on there.
And watch our old videos.
Shit,
Fandom.
I'm so excited. I
Hold up.
don't know what we about to get into.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New. Oh wait,
Wrong
no,
shit, nigga.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's a desert.
Well, I say 527.
They were in Vegas around that time, right?
Jungkookie.
Shit.
This gives me Water Runs Dry vibes.
Was it honestly the best? Cause I just wanna see the next 부지런히 지나온 아직도 있었지 말을 넓게 Yeah, the past was honestly the worst But my best is what comes next I'm not playing that for sure 그날을 향해 숨이 벅차게 I got past, no one is yet to come No one is yet to come
Shit. I'm sliding on this. J-Hope. It's an angel singing. Snap.
love how much time they're just giving that moment to breathe.
If you're already at the top, where do you go next?
Moment is yet to come. Yeah, it was clean. I like that. I like the aesthetic. I think this was a good look for a lot of people too. RM was like kind of running that to me on some rap shit. Vocally, I think everybody carried. It's a clean joint. I didn't know how to feel going into this because I didn't want to have expectations of saying this needed to kind of sound like Dynamite or Butter or kind of like one of those releases, which I'm glad it didn't.
2 million views
from the rip.
2.7 million views in the first
fucking couple minutes.
4 minutes, basically.
Yeah, but I came into this not really wanting this to kind of sound like anything else that we've been getting since 2020. So I'm glad it didn't completely sound kind of just like one of those tracks. And I love those tracks, but I'm glad they were. Yeah, I'm glad it was something a little bit different. It wasn't all like American and just everything all like that. This was a clean sound. But I'm gonna let y'all jump into it and then I'll jump back in.
I'm gonna speak last just because these hiccups are kicking my ass right now.
Oh, drink some water, bro.
Hold your breath.
I got an extra water if you need one.
No, it's some water around there somewhere. God damn it, I'll be back.
Y'all start.
I thought it was cool. I definitely like the aesthetic. The whole desert scene. That looks like the truck from what was it? Not Run. Yeah, Run. Yeah, it looks like the truck from Run. The school bus reminds me of a No More Dream. So it's like they will do little things that kind of dive into the past. Even was it Sugar standing next to the piano? Mm-hmm. Just little things. Just kind of taking a trip down memory lane. And even the lyrics to the song was like, yeah, y'all already dubbed us the best, but even though you gave us that title, we still got a lot more to tank. This was kind of like an anti-Black Swan. This was like, yo, we still got love for our music, still got love for what we're doing here.
Spring Day.
Yep. And you'll never walk.
Nice little Easter eggs, and it was just like we still got a lot of love for the craft and what we do, and we're gonna give you more. We got so much more in the tank. What was that?
Ain't that the same
yes,
section?
That's the one that was Kiss.
They were Kiss.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Yeah. So I thought this was cool. Everybody definitely held their part. Truthfully and selfishly, kind of like when you get like one new song on an album, you definitely want it to be like a banger, John.
Right.
But you definitely understand that it's this. Especially given like it's an anthology piece.
Train from Spring Day.
I thought the dumpster joint was from I Need You. I could be wrong.
No, that can jump. No, that's from Run.
Joint, or is it from Run?
The dumpster.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the dumpsters, other groups.
Earn that paycheck, Jared.
Could be a metaphor.
Earn that paycheck. That's the truck from all of it, like you said. Yeah, I just
truck that they did some crimes.
I got this as just because I saw a video that they did. I think the other day or last week. They were reflecting on their previous eras.
So it's like a love letter.
So it just kind of seems like, yo, like you said, the best is yet to come. We got a lot more.
That's definitely what I got from this. Was like,
yeah, it just seems like
we've got a lot more in the tank.
This just seems like a lot of like allusions and winks to or nods to previous title tracks and the previous eras and everything like that.
Like they're ready for the next step.
Yeah, just showing like this is all the culmination of the past 9 years and everything like that. Now, as far as the song, it's not what I hoped or expected for. Just because once I heard I saw who the producer was. I think I talked to y'all about this. One of the actually a prominent black K-pop producer over there. I got to go search his name up again. It escapes me at the moment. But once I saw he was attached, because the songs that he produces, like
Slavish.
Yeah, and it just seems kind of like one of those songs at the end of an album You know,
I think it actually is.
that's how it feels. No, this is the first track on the new album.
Oh, word?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, it
you
feels
did
like
your
a song
fucking
that would
research,
end,
you would
the
know.
album, or that would end like an anthology or something like that. So, yeah, I'm still glad we watched it and we tapped in and everything like that. Maybe this will grow on me, but I'm not gonna. I don't. We keep it real here. I would never lie to y'all. But yeah, I was definitely expecting something else prior to seeing the teaser or trailer that came out for this. But once I heard it, I was kind of like, oh, I see where we kind of going.
I mean, let's get into the conversation. What were you expecting?
Something totally different.
Did you think it was gonna be? Because I told you selfishly, when we were at the concert and they kept pulling the bulletproof and saying getting back to the beginning, I honestly really thought we were going to get something a little bit more rap centric.
Mm-hmm. I thought when the rap line did get off, I think the tone of the song is what's more surprising than anything. I wasn't expecting that because there's really no rhyme or reason. Well, outside of, if you want to say Western leaning tracks of the last 5 comebacks from them. Mm-hmm. There's no kind of like rhyme or reason. You can say what Permission to Dance, Butter, Dynamite. Before that was what On, and then you got like Japanese releases like Film Out and stuff like that. Life Goes On was on B as well with that. Like I said, the Map of Soul stuff on, and what's the song?
Yet to Come is the last last track.
Oh, it is the last track? So, yeah, okay.
Born Singer is the first track.
Okay, then cool. So but yeah, and like I said, the expectations anyway, once I found out it was like an anthology album, I kind of tempered everything anyway, but I just thought this song was just going to be like a, kind of like a knockout kind of big
information. 1 and 2. Max was one of the writers on here too. One of the artists that I think is real cool with J. K and them too and stuff.
Oh no! Oh, this is the song I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Run BTS. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, huh? Cause yeah. Them Joints is the name of the producer.
Oh, okay.
Run BTS is what I was thinking about. Okay, then all right, then that's why I was confused because I thought he was going to be doing that. Well then, so I'll save my reservations for that song. Fuck me, right? But no, like I said, well, this is. Still though, I still feel the same way about the song. Just in general, it definitely seems like I said, an end of a track type of song. I mean, end of a album kind of song. It kind of reminds me of Young Forever, but just nothing near is. Like I said, it's not to be mean, but it's just like it's not. Young Forever is so endearing, and it's forever we are young. So it's something totally different. I'm sorry, let me cut you off.
Go ahead. Do you think you would feel differently if this wasn't the only new track on the album? Like
if BTS is,
there is
that's
more?
That's what I'm saying. So
okay,
that's why I said, okay, I get it. Because I'm like, hold up. Everything I've heard.
So how many new tracks do they have?
I've only seen 2. And now reading through, I thought those 2 jumped out. Because you got Intro to Persona, Stay. No, that's the JK joint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Moon, Cypher, Outro, Her, Filter, Friends, Singularity, 0 O'Clock, Euphoria, Dimple, Jump, Young Love, Win Love, Quotation Mark.
It's like a B-side super.
Let me see.
Quotation Mark with RM, J Hope, and P-Dog.
Nah.
I Need You demo version. They doing all the demo versions with Boy with Fun. Tony Montana with Jimin they have the jump for that.
3? Because 3 is only CD. You can't.
This one is the third one.
We're gonna have to find a way to get that. I don't got a CD player, but damn it, I'm gonna have to find.
I'll get one for here.
They still make those.
What's we can't even purchase it on iTunes?
Okay, is this new then for youth?
It's like only physical copies only.
So that's 3, right?
Hitman Bang,
maybe 4.
That could be.
Is the third disc physical copies only?
It says CD only. So that's
CD3 will release on CD only, except for Youth, which will release on both CD and digital music platforms.
So that's a new song.
So that's a new song. I think it might be. So it's a new song on every CD.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 new joints.
Interesting.
We still got to find a way to get them tracks. That's drawing, bro. I'm sorry.
I'll buy us a fucking CD player.
But I want to listen to it on my phone, young.
Well, you can. Remember that joint streaming.
What?
For Youth is going to stream.
No, I'm talking about the demo versions.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know what to tell
What you mean you don't know? You're not supposed to say you don't know. You young. Call Big PD.
You can hold the CD player in your will.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it, but it's a lot. You're gonna have to basically burn it to a computer,
I already
turn
know.
it to
Put
an
it into
MP3,
MP3,
email it
It's
to
a
yourself,
process,
or like.
but it could be done.
This could be worth it.
You got to put it into iTunes and then like manually put it onto the
Manually
phone.
put the cover
Like,
on it and all
who
that.
does that?
Yo, can you call Bing PD?
All right, so I know what Dwayne do, and I know exactly why you thought you was gonna get a particular sound if he produced the track.
Yeah.
Just that the same way I'm thinking this is probably a more lighthearted track, and the two new joints is gonna be kind of more upbeat.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think
they're getting it out the way.
So
look at every comeback that they've had. Every song is.
I-
It's not even about it being like a hip hop.
Shit,
song or
after
anything.
Dynamite, you had like Life Goes On, so it's like yeah, right.
But
Yeah, like-
Dynamite is the.
Yeah.
What else? Ain't on? No, on was
On
episode.
was episode, but that
And
was
that
like the year
wasn't even
before,
the lead.
right?
Yeah.
That wasn't even the lead single.
Look at every comeback though. You know what I'm saying? You have that. It's not even like I said. It's not even about it being a hip hop or a banger or anything. It's just the only reason I said banger is because I saw who produced
Produced
it.
it, yeah. You
But
know the
I'm
MO.
just like, it's a bigger song. Does this song sound like it's going to dominate? Compared to anything, we know it might dominate because Army support. Because
think Army
they
definitely
bought
support.
into the brand and they're going to do that just like out of a just like an obligation thing or whatever. As a fan obligation, they're going to do that. But as a song, do you think this is going to be like?
Nah.
I'm asking you.
I think-
Yeah, do you think this is going to be like?
It's like I'm asking you.
no, I don't think it'll be like top 20. You know what I mean? Like a banger, like Dynamite Butter type song. But I do appreciate this song simply because once I knew that they were dropping an anthology, right, and they weren't dropping too many songs, I already lowered my expectations because I'm like, they probably need a break, or they're probably, when you're great at something, people just think you can like do it, and just be like, just drop another great album. It's not that hard.
It's
you know
funny.
what I mean?
We was just talking about that shit on the rise too, about like how people's expectations of them might supersede what they're trying to do. And like I said, I want to clarify, that's not what I was on. Like I said, I was just because I was like, oh, okay, somebody produced this. This is going to be something else, and then the title. It went from because we went at the concert, we saw it said "We Are Bulletproof," and then it went to just "Proof." So that's why like so many things changed in the 2 months time. I agree with you. Like you said, I tempered my expectations once I saw it was an anthology like a month ago. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just an anthology, 3 new songs. And then I heard the teaser or trailer, was it yesterday or the day before I heard it? And I'm just like, oh, this sounds a little different from what I expected, or whatever like that. But it doesn't make me like, oh, I'm not with BTS or, anything like that. I'm still going to tap in and listen to anything.
It didn't catch me by surprise simply because once I knew they were dropping that anthology series, I knew it was something. I knew that this album or this whole series that they're dropping is more for the fans that are already here. It's not to gain new fans.
Right.
It's not to market this to newer people. This song reminds me a lot of how, like, when Kendrick drops The Heart, before he drops like an album, he'll drop like that single where it's for the fans, it's for his diehards. This is giving me that. I feel like this is, like you said, like a love letter to their past and what they've done, and just letting the fans know there's more to come. Right, that's the name of the song.
Especially amid all the rumors.
Exactly. There's so much going on.
Who got Spotify?
Whoa,
Title. I'm an adult.
Do that? Spotify is awesome.
No, I would check your Spotify just because those new tracks should be dropping right now too. They're not on Apple Music. Somebody was like, check Spotify.
They got a deal.
But back to this, John. I feel like I would love for them to be back on that,
Spotify gang, bitches.
like making bangers and like rapping and just like, trying to dominate the market. But I also do think they need to breathe and rest.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this album allows them to do. You know, they're still dropping
dope.
great music.
No
but
new
it also
crazy choreo or anything.
Yeah, it's
like
not
that.
it's not like a crazy concept. It's not crazy choreography. But it's still up to their standards, which is still great. So they're able to, you know, release this project for the fans to really appreciate, and for them to kind of, you know, like simmer down a little bit and kind of think, what is their next move? You know, sometimes you got to give people a small piece of the pie so they can appreciate when you bring out the full pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cherry, blueberry.
No.
Whatever kind of pie you
Apple
want.
crumb.
Yeah, but Jared, that shit like a gift and a curse,
Ice cream?
because the selfish side of me wanted to see a comeback with a new choreo, with a decent concept, something that was going to be nominated for a Grammy. Not to say like this won't be, because I think this is still a beautiful song. Yeah, I agree, but I still think it's like a beautiful song. But it's just, I know the Grammys look for certain type of pop songs to nominate.
It's not even what they look for. It's also just
Fuck the
what
Grammys.
people are going to respond
To-
to and everything like
yeah.
that.
But
We know what Hardcore Army's going to do, but I think the success of the other songs were driven by people outside tapping into it more so and everything like that.
I said in the last video, bro, you could arguably say that a majority of the new Army might have came in on the Dynamite era, the Butter era, where it's like, yo, who are these guys?
That's me.
So let me ask you a question, Nick. Right? Would you consider yourself new Army or like old Army?
I was 2019, so I guess y'all can tell me in the comments.
So
Man, we know about Army, not Armies. She's the only OG I know.
She is the oldest OG that I know.
Yeah, shout out to you, Army, not Army.
She was pre-debut. Yeah, so yeah, I'm 2019. I guess a lot of Army make it seem like whoever came in on the Dynamite wave
it's like new Army. So my question is, right? Because you said you were kind of you a part of you selfish, like you wanted them to drop that banger. Now, do you think that's because you're a new Army? Like if you're OG Army and they drop this, you're probably like, oh, this is.
Well, they made it seem like some OG Armies then left.
Probably did
because some of them don't like some of the sounds that were coming out.
Well, then you're not a real fan.
Yeah, I agree too.
A lot of them,
fan.
truthfully, this is another tidbit that I've been learning over like the past month too. How we talked about on the rise when I think it was it Respect or the one before where when DNA dropped and everything, like I said, they became the international phenomenon. A lot of people got turned off by Western fans.
Yeah.
And like in mass rather, and the behavior of Western fans. Let me put that. The behavior of Western fans. And also, Western fans aren't even allowed in like official fan clubs and shit like that. Apparently, just because, and we see it.
Yeah,
most of the people who say the toxic shit are not from South Korea.
What are you talking about?
In our comments, like I said, I keep it real. Most of the people who say outlandish shit or toxic stuff are not the actual fans from South Korea and everything. A lot of them are from America. So I get that. Obviously, you would hope.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of policing too.
Yeah,
in the type time where it's like you don't know the fan chant yet, or or you da, and it's just like, come on, y'all. If they happy, they happy. Like
you from Boston,
right? Right. You're not even
from Boston or Detroit. Yeah. You're not about to tell me I'm not Army.
Yeah, but Jared, with that being said, though, like I do get this concept, and I definitely love the nostalgia on here as far as like showing old elements from different tracks.
See how many views it is now.
And
we didn't give it.
I love everything. I do love everything about this. I love the aesthetic. I love the track. It's really just kind of expectations versus reality. When you kind of had your mind set on one particular sound and then another sound is kind of presented to you.
I think it's an interesting marketing play.
I'll say for me, 100%. I wanted
100%.
I wanted the comeback to be like,
oh, you wanted a band like, oh
this
yeah,
is my first one with them and everything.
Because you're new Army, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, I want that banger.
I knew Army. Definitely.
Nothing wrong with
New Army shit.
I'm new Army too.
You caught that live, right?
No,
well, not live, but I'm saying like you were technically around for that, right?
I was not Army at that point with Permission to Dance.
Okay.
Permission to Dance dropped like
Permission
July,
to
August,
Dance?
right? We had just started. Our first video went up like August 6th. So,
No,
because
that's
Butter
like-
came out in May.
The Butter argument, you right. The Permission to Dance, we was kind of around.
I wasn't Army till
Yeah,
September.
now
bro.
you might not have been Army, but we was around. But I feel
Yeah.
what you're saying. This is you're
and that's
integrated
not
now.
that's technically not a comeback. I feel like that's just a single dropping and not on a project.
I mean, that's kind of what it comes.
I mean, they had a whole tour about it. Like, so I mean, I get what you
look
mean.
at some of the groups who don't drop full albums, who only drop like maybe
The
EPs
EP,
or
that's
drop a
almost
single.
every group.
That's a lot
Right.
of groups.
That's
But
every group drops EPs.
But
Very
it-
few groups.
But
drop
it's still
full
it's
albums.
still counted as a comeback though.
no,
That's-
that's music.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that ain't just an SK thing. No, that's just music in 2022. It's just someone's project could be 5 joints.
Another reason why I appreciate this song is because I think it's a very interesting marketing play.
Do tell.
Drop a safe song or drop a. First of all, I'm gonna say that this is a great song, right? Like, there's other people who can't do this, other groups, other even American artists who can't really tap into this type of sound. Some try, they can't succeed. I don't think people can get 2 million views in like 5 minutes, but
You mean the sound or the results?
the sound and result.
I agree with you on the results.
I
not
think
the
both.
Sound. I don't agree with the sound.
I think
I
both.
feel like this could be tapped into.
Remember before when I was saying like we jokingly say like, oh, this sounds like a safe pop joint. Some people really can't make tracks for real.
Yeah.
Like I think some people really can't make tracks. But I do agree
This
with
is
you,
a
Low, on the
song,
sense
man.
of
The talent
some of
doesn't
the
translate
sound
well.
is a sound that's very familiar to our ears. But I don't think a lot of people can make a good pop song.
I think some people are talented, but sometimes
I was like, I
it doesn't
disagree.
translate.
I also
well.
think-
you know what I mean.
You said what?
I don't think it translates well sometimes. Like there might be uber talented Uber.
That's why Low said the results versus the sound.
Right.
Yeah, I
but-
think the
but it might not
results they
transfer.
can't pull off,
Yeah.
but the sound. I feel like this is. I've heard of like songs like this before BTS.
So-
I feel like BTS. This is nothing for them.
I will
feel
agree
like,
with the sound, but maybe not the context. Because essentially, this is not only a love letter to their past, but this is a love letter, first single out of a new project to their fans.
Some groups
Just
don't have
to
the, some groups don't have the opportunity to even do this.
Yeah.
They
Some
don't
people-
get this far in their
That's true,
career.
yeah.
Some people don't have the fan base to do it either.
Migos haven't made it that far.
He said
They just
9
broke up.
9 years. Some niggas don't last 9 months in the industry.
Ayo, Migos and BTS debuted the same year. Migos just broke up this.
That's crazy.
It's not funny that
He
they
said
broke
Quavo
up.
and them somewhere.
But yeah,
But how you break up with like
regardless,
legit blood family? That's crazy. But
Can't stand it. Can't stand it.
yeah, your mom took the last pork chop at the Fandom reunion.
But yeah, y'all go ahead. My fault.
No. But like the fact that the context is like the first thing out the box, out the gate, is hey, we want to speak directly to Army, and then we'll get rid of we'll touch everybody once we take care of our core fan base. We want to let you guys know how much we appreciate you. We want to talk to you guys directly first and foremost, and then we deal with the other shit when we get to it. I thought that was cool. I thought that was definitely a good jump.
but
Go ahead.
just because I want to finish my thought real quick,
My bad.
Keith. This, regardless how you feel, it's a great song, right? It's beautifully written. It's a love letter to the fans. That's dope. It's interesting because it's a great song, is well put together, but it's a safe song, right? Because we've all seen BTS do better than this as far as vocals, rapping, choreography, video, everything. BTS can do this 50 times better, right? So it's interesting that they decided to release this. The fans will definitely appreciate it. Anybody who's not into BTS will probably not be feeling it, but it's interesting. Like I said, like they dropped a safe one, so when they really do drop that banger, it's gonna hit even more because you're like,
We probably gonna be reacting to that.
that's what I've been waiting for. You know what I
react to it
mean?
tonight.
They're fucking
so that's
banger
really
right
dope.
now.
That shit, King.
That shit available. That shit get reacted to tonight. I'm like, play that shit through the speaker. Just put up the redemption logo up top.
What's up, Kurt?
What's up, Kurt?
What's up? No, I respectfully disagree with your guys' sentiments on it. I think it was really beautiful in the sense that, mind you,
No one said it wasn't beautiful.
they said they could do 1,000,000 times better than this.
Wait,
I
one of
did
y'all
say
just said
that. I
that?
did say that.
Oh,
They
shit.
could do 50 times better than that. There's like 10 other BTS songs better than this.
No, but
That's it.
I'm not disagreeing with your taste or anything like that. What I mean is simply everything about this is storytelling, right? 3-album project, everything. These are the tracks, I believe, at least on CD1 that we're getting, that are milestones for them, right? Starting off with Born Singer, which I believe was, a pre-debut song for them as far as when it was actually made as opposed to perhaps when it was released, if I remember correctly. But basically just all songs that encompass them and their journey that they've chosen collectively. So storytelling-wise, taking that from the beginning up to this point and just reflecting on that journey, that's the whole point of it. Like, I don't think their goal is to make a banger or anything like that, or to make something that's going to be, played in the club or on that type of sound or anything like that. It really is just them wrapping up this chapter of everything that they've done up to this point. It's storytelling. It's introspective. It's almost like a therapy session in a sense. It feels like, basically, even like everything about the music video as far as just seeing these moments from their past. Granted, I haven't seen the Spring Day MV yet. We will get there soon. But just knowing that there's all those elements that they kind of put on this setting of a desert and everything like that. But mind you, there's moments in this where it's literally flowers like laid out. You know what I mean? Like they're literally just giving tribute, paying their homage, if you will, however you pronounce it, to their past, to their journey. It's just introspective. So, I mean, you see Suge by the piano and everything, right? You see the flowers laid down, and basically, even the artistry of the music. Like, yes, the lyrics also, but basically, like, okay, so everything was beautiful. The past was so beautiful, but still, the best is yet to come. And just them dressed in the all white, almost like the proverbial like a heaven sort of state or anything like that.
It is available on Tidal, by the way.
But with the 3-album set, I believe it's going to be, at least with this being more past centric, and them closing it, to begin the journey of the present and then subsequently the future. I really think the 3 CDs are just going to be like past, present, future, as far as everything like that. Or music to us as a group, music to us individually, and then music for Army, perhaps. However you want to look at that, or however they choose to go about that. But all that saying, mind you, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a track called C that we reacted to?
You said called what?
C?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember briefly
yourself.
in that track, all the lyrics, what shocked me when we first heard that was that everything was talking about a desert in the song C. This is the flip side of that, it seems like, where they're almost talking about everything being like more ocean-like, but they're in the desert. So there's something there as far as them flipping the concepts or whatever, the more somberness or perhaps saying we're on the other side of that same spectrum now. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because in the silent moments of the landscape shots, you hear the sound design of like you're traveling through water. Like it's not the dryness of a desert. It's like there's a water.
While they were in the bus. Yeah.
Yes. So that kind of gave me that feeling. But also even things like throughout the video, like and I got a little bit emotional, honestly, when they showed the bus and everything, like closing the eyes and then reopening them, and the bus of them like kind of debuting into the game, and then now just their journey, but they're still the same them and everything. They're in a different place and everything like that, but they're still traveling through what they love, their music and everything like that. And that's basically what I got from Suge and Arm's verse in particular, how they kind of played off of each other in that sense. Like it felt like they were almost like writing together or something, because basically they were like, we were kind of put on this pedestal, or people saying we're the best or anything. Like we're just here, we just love music. Like this is our heart. This is where we want to be. And just knowing that that's their passion, that's what's going to keep them going, as opposed to the highs and lows, fighting nature, if you will, as we had seen ironically in the Rise episode and everything like that. Like how every big milestone that they hit, they almost fear the inevitable crash that they presume to come. But it's beautiful seeing them having gone through all that stress and everything, getting to a place where they're basically I just love music. We're here for each other. Like it feels like they're closing not just chapters in their career, but chapters like in their vulnerable spots almost. Like it feels like they're healing, internal struggles as well with that regard. But like the lyrics that basically was going on in Suge's verse was kind of like that. Basically, it seemed like he was talking about that. Like, basically, I'm just in a place where I just love music. I'm still the same me. And then RM picks right back up after that, basically saying, well, there's been a lot of changes, but we're still to our core, our values, everything like that. Like, we still embody the same thing. but it is different. And Hope talking about like the flowers and crowns and everything, about their accolades and everything they've achieved up to this point. And it really feels like they're like, again, with the flowers and almost like the funeral aspect of everything, like they're really just paying their tribute to everything that had happened in the past. But also, when I believe it was V, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a moment where he basically looked and did the camera tilt thing, as far as, and then you saw them, you know, with the bus and everything and being in the white and everything like that. But basically, he literally did like the camera trick of literally shifting the focus. So it's like we're looking at the same thing. We're just shifting kind of our, like a, I don't want to say a paradigm shift necessarily, but we're just, we're not, I'm trying to think of how to word it. We're looking at the same things through different eyes. And that's a beautiful poetic way of looking at everything. And as far as, you know, everything about the track itself, in regards to like how it would be perceived by the fans or anything, I think this would actually be one of the, and I certainly consider it for myself, I can't speak for any of you, but this is probably an incredible time to have this as your first comeback, in the sense that it almost feels like they hold the mirror up to you in a sense, like even just us with the reacting journey and everything like that. They're literally having, like, our first collective comeback together is them just paying tribute and looking through everything that they've gone through in their past. And even though we weren't particularly there for those times, it still feels emotional and resonant. And we're literally getting to see wherever their journey goes after this. So at least in that sense, it felt very cathartic and wholeheartedly, like, kind of like, not just passionate, but like their music, it felt very healing as far as their journey that they've been through, but also just knowing that they're in a spot for them personally where, regardless of what this track does or this album does or anything like that, we at our core are who we are. We love music and we're going to keep going. So we know that journey isn't over yet for them, and as I said, the best is yet to come. But I also do feel like this song will carry that kind of value whenever that time does come for them, that people will look back on music like this and just be able to, you know, have their own reflections and thoughts about the journey and everything like that. Like, it doesn't feel like a song that's just like concrete, like this is just us and you like it if you do or don't. It really feels like it's like, you know, an equal part for ARMY and for BTS.
My thing is this when it comes to music, right? And kind of went through this with the, what was that song a few weeks back? And I saw like the comments.
It was a BTS track.
Your Eyes Tell.
Your Eyes Tell. Okay.
And if y'all remember, with that song, I had stated that it didn't do anything for me personally. Mm-hmm. Now, some redeemers took it upon themselves to be like, oh, this is not being petty, this is being transparent. No. They took it upon themselves to be like, yo, I disagree with Lo, or you guys need to know the backstory, you know, yada, 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 everything like that. Bro, that's cool. That doesn't change the song not resonating with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very musical person, so my whole life is about, I don't do anything without listening to music, like anything, and that's not exaggeration. So I have appreciation for a wide amount of music. My plate is eclectic. However, but like that being said, just because something, you know, has a deeper meaning, or is something like has a deeper meaning, an emotional meaning, something, anything like story. That. Yeah, subject matter, whatever. It does not matter at the end of the day if it doesn't resonate. Someone could like really, We Are the World, bro. Somebody could drop a song, and I said that in the video. I said, bro, do people listen to? Do we listen to We Are the World every day? When's the last time y'all listened to that song?
Personally,
you said that the last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, but that's how often do you listen to We Are the World?
Not a lot. Probably like once or twice a year.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Somebody could write. Somebody could drop a song tomorrow. about the secrets of like they could find out the secrets of the universe.
But if
and
it
the
don't
cosmos.
knock, you ain't listening to
It's
the
not
shit.
about. It's not about knocking, bro. If it doesn't resonate, there's emotional songs that resonate with me a certain way that don't resonate with other people a certain way, and vice versa. That's the beauty of music. It's super subjective. I don't subscribe to the notion that just because something has this meaning or it's written about this, that it should be like, oh my God, that really hit. If it doesn't resonate with me, it doesn't resonate with me. And like I said, BTS has a plethora of songs for all of those
With
different
subject
vibes.
matters.
Some that hit me more than it hit others. You know what I'm saying?
Run hits you hard. Like
The ballad version. It hits me so much harder because
Make it
the
right,
stuff that
my
they're
shit.
saying in that version, it really resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? Brought me to tears. You know what I'm saying? Did it bring y'all to tears? Y'all don't you know what I'm saying? Do y'all like that version or whatever? Like it's
No,
it's not even-
but the
yeah,
song does
that's
make me emotional. The
And-
regular song made me emotional.
And that's what I'm saying. And I get it that I Need You. That's my favorite song.
Same.
The urgency of that song, how much it hits. And I like the urban version too, but I like the original version better.
But if we
because
keeping it a
the
buck, bro,
urgency-
I like the musicality in those songs better. I like the
Yeah.
progression with the beat. I like the
Yes.
cadences. I like different elements in it better. So like I said, I definitely agree with Kurt, and I'm not trying to turn this into like a well, you shouldn't like it or you should like it because music is subjective.
Oh, yeah,
but
no,
I personally don't like when people do be like, yo, you don't know the background story. That's like watching a movie and the movie isn't good, and somebody be like, oh, well, you got to read the comics to know the lore. No, I don't. I'm watching a movie. I only need to watch the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
And if I go back and learn the lore and everything, that's cool. But I'm here for the first watch of the movie. So I definitely get what people saying. I love when Redeemers put us on
Yeah,
and
and
tell
don't
us
get
the
me wrong.
information.
Like I said, I'm not being abrasive or anything like that because I love the engagement that we get when it's positive or constructive criticism as opposed to just insults or microaggressions, because we have a lot of microaggressions in our comments too. But whatever.
Y'all can
It's a happy
insult me.
time. You like it, you little freak.
Yeah, but I do.
Microaggression.
All that to say,
Punish
I
me.
do love these back and forths just to kind of pick each other's brain when it comes to like the music and everything else.
I think it's just best to understand. I'm 30 years old as of this past Sunday.
Sorry.
Nigga. But no, I've seen and heard so much music. Y'all, you 4 years older than me.
I'm old enough.
You're older than me. You've heard more music than I have, even though we all listen to like the same eras and genres for the most part. Between the three of us, it's still gonna be some stuff that you listen to that I haven't heard that you like. Yo, this shit hit. You don't know this low, or you know what I'm saying, vice versa. So I think that's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty. Sorry, to cut
No,
you
that's
off.
the beauty of us being
an art
you
and
know,
just being a creative and just
different
creating
people. Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Because if everybody heard and felt the same way about something, what's an experience? You know
I
what I'm
don't think
saying?
that's. I don't think
Honestly, though,
that would make it art.
just to kind of piggyback off that, that's honestly the very thing that I do specifically appreciate about this. I would say the most is that it is something that it feels like, I get it. Music's subjective. Everyone has different tastes, different interests, all that stuff. I'm just saying that I think, and I don't think you necessarily need to, like, I know you brought up, Nick, about, like, not reading the comics or anything to know the movie and everything like that. It is a little different in this sense, though, of what we've seen of their journey. So we do, quote unquote, know the comics, or at least know the.
I'm talking about
general-
more of the casuals. Like if this was someone's first time ever seeing
No,
BTS,
exactly, yeah.
they wouldn't
I
get
get you.
none of the
That's what I
symbolism.
was.
wouldn't
and
get
that's
the
what I
vibes,
was
they
getting
wouldn't
at.
get the
Yeah.
vibe.
Basically, what I'm appreciating about this most is that it's less about, for me at least, what it does
For new niggas.
well, no, not even so, but
people.
for the masses, or what it does for people as far as it being their best work or anything like that, or your favorite song or anything. I'm more happy to see how healing this is for them and the place that they're in, having created the music, if that makes sense. And that makes
same.
it more
Yeah,
resonant.
same.
No,
Well,
I get
with
that,
us- with
but
us
that's
watching-
not going to
with
get a
us
lot of
watching-
replays.
Go ahead, bro.
It's not gonna get a lot of replays.
No, like I mean,
Oh.
I'm not going to listen to it because I'm happy for them. I'm going
Well, I
to listen
think
to it
they,
because
and
I
that's
like
the
the
thing,
song.
they gotta. They got a few songs, like we said, they have a few songs like that where they reflect on stuff like Let Go. That's about them possibly breaking up. I can't listen to that every day.
That shit is emotionally draining.
Yeah, that's emotions are water. You literally drown. That's literally the element of water. It's emotions. You will drown in it too much, music or whatever like that. But not to get, not to wax poetic or go there or whatever like that. But like I said, we saw this from the rip. Initially, what we said at the beginning of our reaction was we see everything, the homages to the title tracks and the songs of back then that led them up to this point. The reason this doesn't hit me this way outside of musicality, like I said, I think it's great that they're doing that, but this is my first comeback with them. I'm still on my BTS journey. So everything they're doing in here, we're seeing, watching Rise of Bangtan, watching AHS, watching old videos, watching runs, just doing this stuff. So it's like, imagine going through this real time. It's not going to hit the same to me as someone who's been around for even, 3 comebacks, So like I said, and then like I said, we still have the Run BTS song and the Youth song. So I'm just not like I'm saying, oh, this Proof shit was ass or anything like that. But outside of this being cool and a cool homage and everything like that, this is not going to be one of the songs that I see myself going back to.
No, yeah, that's completely fair. Like I mean, that's wholeheartedly your opinion, and you feel how you feel. And as you said, music is subjective. I will encompass it by saying this, though. It's a storytelling album, right? You're in this place, this is where we were, this is where we're at now. That's closing that chapter, both of their career and of the literal album itself.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I could completely agree with you on that, just because
in what sense?
It's an anthology, and the way the music is set up, what's a nice way for me to put it? It's not like other particular albums where if you go into Wings, you feel like you're getting a beginning and an end. With this, it really seems more
middle and an end with Wings.
Dog, it really seems like here. Let's add some stuff into like context. So the first song on there is Born Singer. Mm-hmm. You know how we feel about that. The second song is No More Dreams.
It literally goes in order for title tracks and everything like that.
So the first album is really just kind of like title tracks. So it's not like me personally just looking at this. I'm not getting like a theme where it's just like the beginning of something and the end of something.
If I may add, though, it's what it means for them, right? This is, mind you, like, again, stories of healing, right? What they embody so well. It feels therapeutic for them in the sense that this was a song that did this for us and got us to this point. From there, we were able to get to this point. We had our struggles with this. You remember that. Like, I feel like them being able... It's about not just, like, I get it, you're making music that is going to be having a different resonance for you. And I understand the general public still has to consume the music and appreciate it or disagree with it or whatever. And I understand the disconnect, perhaps, if you're saying it from that regard, as opposed to, other people of ARMY. But what it always has been about with them is portraying their most authentic self to ARMY. And them doing this and having these conversations feels like they packaged it the best possible way to tell their truth as best as they can to ARMY. So in that sense, I think they more than accomplished the goal at hand, and that's the story they're telling.
Yeah, and that's
at least for this. Now, granted, yes, we're going to get more music. We're going to get more solo work. Other albums still have to drop and everything like that. This is just more about them just kind of... It feels like they're just coming to terms with this. Mind you, we literally just reacted to, a couple hours ago, the Rise of Bangtan episode. We saw what Jimin had said about wanting to quit and all the stuff in episode 19, I believe. The Truth Untold. But basically he had said, the whole thing of, it was Young Forever, the song I heard that got me to appreciate this all again and to cleanse whatever trauma I was going through that allowed me to continue and want to, stay true to this. I'm imagining micro moments like that for everyone in this group and them kind of doing this song and having this particular album of the journey from their past to now would be moments like that for them.
Well, two things. That's fine if you're ARMY. That's fine if you're ARMY now. I'm looking at this selfishly and unselfishly. The unselfish side of me is just that BTS is amazing. This probably is the best group I've ever heard in my life, and I've never followed anybody the way I follow them. they can do no wrong in my eyes. They are allowed to do whatever the fuck they feel like doing. They didn't have to even drop anything new. They could have just gave us all the old stuff repackaged, and I still would have went and got the whole CD. The selfish side of me is like, bro, I want more people to find out who they are and follow their journey as well. And when they do these comebacks, this is millions of people's first time ever seeing this group.
This is an opportunity.
It's an opportunity for you to get new fans. And I know some fans may be like, fuck new fans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we cool the way, you know what I mean? We are.
Selfish,
So the selfish side of me just wanted like new choreo for them to see them in the entirety of like, oh shit, they're cool as shit. They can dance, they can sing, they can do everything. This song feels very much like nostalgia, and I'm not gonna call it low hanging fruit that the album is about past, present, and future. Clearly, because you're getting all the old tracks sprinkled in with like tracks that just dropped last year, and the new tracks.
The title, the whole bulletproof thing, the concept and everything. So yeah.
But I'll put a bow on my part because everybody else got parts, but I also feel like we at the hour mark. So
it's a good job.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Like I said, I think with me is more so. Outside of musicality, just even with sentiments, we're almost at the 1 year mark of me even like listening to BTS intently and seeing all the content that we consume and react to and everything like that. So we've heard so many songs with reflection, you know, with them reflecting on the past and how they came together, their love for each other, just everything like that. That's what I'm putting this up against. I'm not even putting this up against title tracks at this point. I'm, thinking about Outro Tear. Like I said, Let Go. It's a few more songs. Like I said, they escape me right now.
Color coded boys moving.
Those the ones they said don't react.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah. Just all that, like I said, it's cool. I can't wait to see what comes next. I definitely think, like I said, with these 3 new songs on each album of the anthology and everything like that, it plays some type of part. Like I said, the first one just seems like all the major title tracks. The second one is some other title tracks and all that. They do not waste time translating this stuff.
They out already. Yeah, we getting into some shit tonight. Jump on the Patreon.
Hey,
but just to add a bow on top of your bow, right?
A double bow?
A double bow.
No, I wasn't cutting that.
You're my bow.
Thanks. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Never heard that before. You're my bow. I'm going to use that. That's why I appreciate this song, man, because it was for me, it clearly seemed like they made it for Army and for themselves, not for new eyes, because if you were to present this to like somebody who doesn't know BTS, they probably wouldn't be into it. They wouldn't be interested in it. But if you follow their journey, if you know who they are, you would appreciate this. If you're a diehard, I feel like you would really, really love this. Because like you said, there's so many subtle metaphors and like hints to their journeys from when they were younger till now. So appreciate that they did this for the fans. I think from what I'm gathering in my head, I don't think they're in a space where they want to make bangers. At least it seems that way to me. What I mean by bangers is like
the certain kind of turn up,
heavy replay. It's been on the radio all day type song. You know what I mean? That's like summer bop.
Question
you know what
for
I mean?
you, Jared. Would you appreciate Endgame as much as you did if that was your first Marvel movie you ever watched?
No.
Would you be like not so much lost during the movie, but a lot of decent elements that Kurt described that elevated the track for him? Would it have elevated the track for someone, like I said, if this is their first time?
Yeah, it's not a good one-off.
Nah, because, and I'm going to give you a perfectly good example of that, right? I'm going to give you a perfectly good example of that. I saw the last Harry Potter movie, the John where they was Harry and Voldemort was battling. I ain't care about it. I ain't care about it. I wasn't invested. I didn't think it was a great film, but that's just because I didn't see like the first 6 Johns. You know what I mean?
Did you spin the block though and watch all of them again?
I have yet to see all of them.
Oh,
through.
come on, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I did see the last John. I saw the last John, and I didn't appreciate it like how everybody else
What
did.
the hell made you watch the last John?
He's a fucking muggle.
Cause I went on a date. You know what I mean?
Well, so you know that
It was like, yo, we gotta go see the last Harry Potter. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go.
But to be fair, like my first Star Wars movie was Return of the Jedi, just because I was still young when that came out, and then I ended up spinning the block, and I was less impressed with the other two because Jedi has all the action, but the story definitely became a lot more clear for me. There was a couple things too. So we were talking about Jimin and what was the song? Forever Young.
What you look
I hate you.
Say a muggle. I don't necessarily think it was the song per se that walked them off the ledge.
He said it was Army.
He said it was Army.
It was Army singing it back.
It was Army singing the entire verse. He said he was listening to all the verses, and that one struck him because Army was singing it back to him. So it's more so Army that walks him off that ledge, not necessarily a song or a moment in time.
Yeah, but they've had that throughout their whole career in every other song though. With
But it was Army for that particular point at that particular moment that got him, not necessarily the song. Like that was even what he said. It was Army that sung it back to us, that got me through that tough point.
I'll have to rewatch it again, but yeah.
That's fine. But it was just things like that. So like without that connection, I don't know if this song would kind of hit more for, again, a casual just listening to it, because it would just be, oh, okay, this is a nice song, this is cool. I want to hear something else. You know what I mean? Like, but for us, we've follow that journey, follow that trip. We still want to hear the other side of that coin. We still want to hear more from them than necessarily this. But like I said prior, like they wanted to get and Jared echoed, they want to get Army out the way, take care of you guys. This is for you guys. We appreciate you. This is like a love letter, a thank you. Now let's get into these tracks.
But maybe now let's just take a few months off.
Well, that's very true too. We don't know if they're going to do military time or not.
Yeah, damn, I feel like I had another point to make, but this shit is getting lengthy. This is getting lengthy.
Let me get spicy. Will you add this to your top 10 BTS songs?
No.
Top 20 out of 50?
No.
Backwards.
No, and there's no, like you said, there's no disrespect to them, because we still finding songs now that's like getting included in your top 20 and everything.
Yeah, I mean, half the songs we check out in a given weekend, we're just like, yo, I mean,
every week it's a new song wrecking me.
Lyricism, all that stuff. It's just.
Not to mention, we might jump into some shit tonight that just dropped, and that shit might be like I said. This conversation may be skewed
right
once we hear two more Jones. And
we might listen to the other Jones. And we was on some bullshit.
I don't think because I think that would be the whole point.
What we talking about right now, and fresh and we're not talking in hindsight.
What y'all think is next for them?
We'll see. We'll see what's next. They said the best is yet to come.
I said I don't think they hit their prime. So I mean that's how I feel about the group. I don't feel like they hit their prime yet.
Not to mention they got solo mixtapes dropping this year too. JK
and also niggas be acting like 30 is death or something. I feel like you just getting your shit started as an artist.
You just become an adult when you're 30.
Nah, but even in the video, you have V literally sniff the rose, like smelling the flowers and just kind of appreciating like the present and everything like that.
Accept your flowers, King.
I'm a little scared. They doing all these solo projects, doing this.
I feel like they're in a good spot, and it's just.
What if they break up?
They'll be back, bro. Look in front of you. You got all solo projects. These niggas keep coming back. You just missed the whole rise with them talking about that.
I don't know. I think going forward for them, what I would want to hear from them is a more highly produced, orchestrated sound, kind of like a Beautiful Dark Twisted or a Late Registration type orchestrated sound. Heavy, layered.
They could pull something like that off.
Production with their vocals and rap line, bruh. If I can get that.
Oh, did they just get started?
A fucking Kanye BTS collab? Oh my god.
Well, I mean, Sugar's good enough in his own right that he can give you some of that. But if like that sort of production where you can like literally take the voices off the track and listen to the strings, listen to the French
everything
horns,
is beautiful just by itself.
Right, and then you put their vocals in there on top of that with the rap line, man, that would be perfect. I need something like that. If I can get something like that. And yes, we have heard layered albums from them before, but nothing that made me feel like I was listening to a live orchestra.
First of all,
do
the
12
Love
tracks.
Yourselves, well, the first two Love Yourselves are like
You ain't feel like Black Swan
EPs
or
kind
none
of, and then
No,
the
because it was too
third
trap
one is
heavy.
a compilation. So we've got a bunch of compilations from them too. You got to cut that out and then look at it for what it is outside of like mixtapes and everything, SoundCloud songs and stuff like that. But we do have a lot of content from them. Like Nick said, I got 61 BTS songs. That's his group songs on my library and everything like that. When you add in the other stuff, it's almost at like 80. So, going forward with the new mixtapes dropping later on this year and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hundo before the year is over. So
let me ask you this.
Because I'm probably still about to just download the whole proof too. I'm probably going
to listen to that John by the night.
But I'm going to go get this.
It's sometimes it'd be easier for me just cut the proof out more probably versus jumping on that.
Hey, Nick, let me ask you a question. Out of all the comebacks that dropped this year, would you put this top 5 or top 10?
Yeah. I can still do top 5, especially for like how important it is and what the message they're conveying and how Army will perceive this and everything like that. Number wise, they're gonna blow everybody out the water. I do have comebacks that I like the musicality over this, but that's just more of a personal preference. But I don't want to be like not fair. I already knew, regardless of what song dropped with BTS, they were going to be in the top 5 for comebacks of the year.
I would also say though it's a little bit different in the sense
power
that
of the fans.
It's like, I know music is so subjective, but it's also such like a wide open kind of thing. Like I feel like that's almost like comparing like football to basketball or something in a sense. Like yes, there's sports, yes, there's music, but it's like I don't know. It's a hard thing to describe. I just feel like the intent of what they're trying to do with the art and with the music is different. It's just a different scale. Or even if you say basketball, like someone could be really good, inside the paint versus at a 3-point line, but they're both players, and it's just like there's just some kind of metric that's a little bit skewed to kind of fully say. But I do think it's. See, I'm trying to think of how to word it.
I'll give you some pushback. I feel the opposite. I feel like music is music, and it's not that either fans digest it or it's not. When you talk about particular artists, I put BTS in the same vein as the Jay-Z's, the Drakes, the Beyoncés, the Rihanna, the Eminems, the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, and those are all like artists. Either the tracks are gonna slap for you, or the tracks just aren't gonna slap for you. I guess my musicality when it gets to there.
I'm there
now. He was wrong.
I say he was wrong.
I'm there now.
It's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I'm there now. I've seen enough content.
He had Taco Bell, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've maybe. And if some people don't, obviously if they watching, I think they agree. But like if y'all don't agree or whatever, like we can talk about this off camera. I don't want to get y'all killed in the comments.
I'm not scared of the fucking comments, man.
You know what I'm here for.
I'm scared of the faceless men.
But all that to say, like I think when I put their music with their music, so it's just the analogy of being able to score in the paint or score in the 3. They've showed us the ability to score anywhere on the field.
No, but he was saying for comebacks of the year, and that's different groups. That's why I separated the two, as opposed to their specific music.
I feel that way about a couple other groups, but now I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But I feel that way about a certain other groups that I feel like can shoot anywhere from the floor too.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
that just turns into another argument. That turns into fan bases.
Well, I mean,
like
listen,
numbers.
As
and
you said,
else.
ultimately, it's what hits for you or what doesn't. But I do want to clarify when you say that it's either a banger or it isn't. What makes a banger for you necessarily?
Something that
it's
connects
different
with
for everybody.
I think the
that's a preference thing.
Because I've seen people call songs bops that are not bops for me.
Well, that's what I mean.
I'm gonna get to it. Literally,
a banger does not just mean like, it's a turn up.
Yeah,
like that. That's not what it means.
Perfect example. When we play music, when the camera's not on, sometimes when we have our rotation, you might play something that you jump into, and I'm just sitting like, I can't wait for my fucking turn. Like, you might play something that you jump into, and Nick will be like, my turn yet? Cool.
You guys
like,
get turns?
it's different. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's going vibes. I know some of the shit I played, I'll be like, this nigga, what the fuck is this?
A couple of new ones, I've been like, okay.
But like it's different for everybody. So
I do think it's sorry.
No, you good. What I might like, you might not like, and it's subjective.
I do think it's beautiful though when we just like subconsciously everybody can just agree, yeah, that's a bop. I love those moments, you know what I mean?
I think I can count on my hand how many times that's happened.
Well, I don't know about us, but like I feel like even
I don't know how that.
I feel like even when like a song drops, right? Like what's the song?
It happened with Butter. Like I think that when that dropped, that collectively was one of their songs.
I think everybody, even if you never heard Butter, you could be like, oh yeah, that's a banger.
It's a banger.
You just heard it the first time. That's a banger. I see why they getting plays and all that.
See, Butter was cool.
You know, from the bass line, it's a banger.
No, but Butter was a weird joint for me because I liked Butter.
What's a recent
but I didn't
banger?
appreciate it more until I heard the
can't say it
remixes
like-
where the beat was changed. I'm like, no, I need that
K-pop,
original
I mean,
beat.
like, outside of K-pop. Like, what's a recent like banger that the whole world was like?
The whole world is a little different.
Like that's
Those are rare moments.
Yeah,
outside of
the whole
K-pop.
world is a little different because there's certain drill or trap shit that I like that maybe, you know what I mean, y'all may not like and shit like that. Like I feel like Fabio was snapping with a whole bunch of shit. People here might not even know who the fuck Fabio is.
The what? You talking about Fievel?
For example, when Cardi B dropped Bodak Yellow,
Yeah, that was kinda
everybody
just,
was banging that. Even small people. You know what I mean, bro.
Ja Rule in 2000.
he
wasn't banging it,
and I
but
feel like he has a.
But you know why other people was banging it. You know what I mean?
Hey, low, Ja Rule in 2000.
Definitely.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Thank y'all for if you stuck around this long. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. No matter what our opinions are, or, you know, things that we share, say whatever like that. We love BTS. We love our Redeemers. We're glad. No matter what, we can't wait to get into the rest of these songs. Like I said, I really appreciate you. If you got stuck around this long watching this hour and some change long video,
We probably just helped somebody through work.
yeah, definitely. That's what we hear.
I know I hate having
Let us
to search
know
every 3
too in the
minutes.
comments, like how y'all feel about the track. It's a safe place. If it wasn't something that really like hit you, it's okay to say like if it didn't hit you, I don't have to love everything that somebody puts out. It's okay to kind of, you know,
Pick
be
and
like it didn't
choose.
feel you, or it
Yeah.
took a couple times for the song to grow on you.
Yes.
We like real conversations. We're always gonna be honest up here, but we're all gonna be respectful. So make sure y'all stay respectful in the
And
comments.
do
as well.
not be disrespectful to other redeemers or other people who are dropping
How about
comments
us?
there.
How about don't be disrespectful to us too?
I mean, but this is my whole point, right? I feel like us, we expect like
we
insults or something.
put
Like other
ourselves in a
people, yeah.
position to
Like
take it.
I don't want somebody who watches our
Pause.
video and they're like, I do want to drop a comment, but they're afraid somebody else might say
Yeah.
something.
Oh, no,
if you want to
that's-
insult
yeah.
somebody or disrespect anybody, it should be us. It shouldn't be other people in the comments. Because us,
Take that shit back to
we,
Twitter,
we,
bro.
yeah,
we can take that.
We could take that, John. You mean?
Yeah,
but
I
other
can
people,
I can just report the
let
comments,
people,
but
let people express
just-
themselves on there.
depending on what it is, I'm
Or
not a
delete
hater.
it, you know, but you don't want to be unprofessional.
Jump on the Patreon. We're gonna try to see if we can jump into the
Man,
two
that
other
was
new
better.
tracks too. It's Rise of Maintains on there, Run BTS on there, MMA performances, Mama performances, and just a whole bunch of dope BTS content that's blocked on YouTube. Other than that, Army, we love you guys to death. We'll
Love
holla at y'all.
Take
Proof
care.
is in the pudding.
What?